Good afternoon, everybody. This is the Suffolk Crunch. This is Rich, and this is your matchday preview show for Ipswich Town versus Leicester City at Portman Road tomorrow. 3 o'clock kickoff in the Premier League. Firstly, big shout out to the unbelievable numbers of subscribers. We are currently sitting probably about, I think it's about 170 away from hitting 8,000. I mean, we started, I think it was the end of June, I started doing a few videos. Yes, blown away by the support. So if you haven't subscribed already, please do hit that subscribe button. Let's get to 8K, and then 9, and then the magic 10. But yeah, like this video as well. I'm going to aim for 150 likes for this video. We're also on TikTok, the Suffolk Crunch. We're coming up to 500 followers on there, so give us a follow on there and get involved in all the TikTok nonsense. Anyway, like I say, Town tomorrow, head into a absolutely massive game at Portman Road against Leicester. Sitting 5 points behind them already. Obviously, both teams promoted last season. Leicester winning the league by a point from Town. And obviously had a management change in the summer with Enzo Maresca leaving to go to Chelsea. And now they are managed by Steve Cooper of former Swansea, Nottingham Forest, England under-17s, and now he is at the King Power. He is in charge of Leicester. A little bit of dissension, I've seen online with some of their fans, probably not sure about him. I don't know if there's anything to do with the links to Forest, possibly. But yeah, Steve Cooper's in. He won't be on the touchline, obviously, tomorrow because he got booked in the Carabao Cup game at Old Trafford in the week. So he has got a 1-match suspension. So he will be in the stands, like all of us tomorrow, if you're going to the game. But yeah, massive, massive game for Town tomorrow as we look to finally get that first victory in the Premier League. Game number 10. I have circled it as a must-win. Don't know what you think. Leave your comments in the comment section on YouTube. Is it a must-win game? I think it's imperative tomorrow that Town get over the line and get 3 points. I know a lot of people say don't lose the game, but we need to be winning these games if we're going to have any chance of staying in the Premier League this season. A game against Leicester City at home it's a game you have to win. With all the positives we took out of last Saturday, scoring 3 goals away, we still not come away with anything. I mean, you look at how many goals we scored. We scored 9 in 9 games. Yeah, that's okay. But it's the goals that we're conceding. I mean, 20 goals already conceded in 9 games. It's pretty worrying. And obviously Kieran's there working on it. So hopefully tomorrow we'll see a better defensive display for Town. But obviously Leicester have got some good players going forward. No Fatu, I think he's possibly out tomorrow. But obviously you've got Jamie Vardy. Indeed, Leicester have got some good players. They've got some good Premier League experience in that team. So it's going to be a really, really tough game for Town. But I think it's one that we should relish. We should look to start on the front foot. Crowd is going to be massively important tomorrow. When you think of it, a home game, we could play the 12th man tomorrow. I think we could be really, really important and hopefully get us over the line. Just a couple of quick things, obviously, onto the crowd. I think tomorrow it's obviously the designated day for remembrance. They were playing the last post. And also, I'm not sure what the plan is. Obviously, Tom Tomlin passed away in the week. There's a video out on the channel if you haven't already seen that. I had a really lovely message. I think it was from Tom's niece in the comments saying that the family had watched it. So, yeah, just if you haven't seen that, go and look at it. And also, obviously, Trevor Wymark passing away yesterday, age 74. He obviously had Alzheimer's, but he was a great player for Town. I obviously didn't see him play live, but really great video and a little tribute from Colin yesterday. I'd rung him up and I knew that he'd love to do it because he was a massive Trevor Wymark fan. and it's on the channel. It's had a load of views already, some really good comments. Obviously, Trevor only played for England once, which was probably, he should have got more caps, but he had a really good career for Town. And hopefully both of their lives will be celebrated tomorrow. I don't know if there's a minute supply. I'm not sure what the plan is, but I'm sure there will be something happening tomorrow for both of them. And I think Town can, especially the crowd, use that little bit of emotion tomorrow as a bit of a driver. I know that they shouldn't really need any motivating tomorrow, but I think something like that, I think, yeah, just go out there and get them 3 points tomorrow for Tom Tomlin and Trevor Wymart, blue to the bone, both of them. So if you haven't seen them videos, go and take a look. But yeah, getting back to the game, Kieran's just done his press conference. Ben Johnson, I did see him. They were doing a little bit of training at Portman Road. He has trained, so possibly he might come in tomorrow. Sammy Morsey also possibly might be available. There'll be a late call on him if he starts the game, and also Massimo Luongo. So some good injury news there with regards to them three, because we have been sort of decimated a little bit when you look at last Saturday, how many players were out, and we had to field Kieran Slicker as a second goalkeeper on the bench. I mean, blimey. Amari Hutchinson, he's another one. Amari's back. He was ill last week, so he'll be back ready for selection. So none of the others, Greaves, Twanzebe, they're not going to be available until after the international break. Obviously, we've got Spurs away next Sunday. So, hopefully after that we can get some bodies back for the games that run up to Christmas. Interesting little side note. The new Man United gaffer's been appointed, Amaron from Sporting Lisbon. First game at Portman Road. Come on, Town. That will be... that was probably, I'd circled Man United. That's probably one of the games I was looking forward to most this season. I know a few United fans. And I mean, now, it was obviously on Sky, and it's going to be obviously a lot of eyes on McKenna that day with his links to United, but now they've got a new gaffer in the dugout. I think it's just ramped that up probably by about times 10. So that's in the future. We look to tomorrow, and let's have a look at the teams and what we think we might line up with. I know there's been a lot of chat online about Oro Muric and Christian Walton coming in. I don't see that, if I'm being honest, tomorrow. I see Muric keeping his place. We were told when, I think it was the Turfcast guys, they'd done a video when we saw Muric, they did say he has got a mistake in him. So I don't think it's any surprise, really, what we've seen so far. It might be a bit of a surprise the type of goalie we signed, when you think he'd only played 10 games in the Premier League for Burnley last year, and he was behind James Trafford. So maybe we can question that at the end of the season. But I think now's not the time for that. I think it's time now, if you go into the game tomorrow and he runs towards the north stand, if you're in there, just get behind him. It's no good if you're nervous and every time it goes back to him you think there's going to be a mistake. You don't get that sort of negative energy to get onto the players on the pitch. We've got to stay positive tomorrow. We've got to all stay together here. Stick together. Back the players who were selected by the manager. We all have our favourites. We all have ideas who should play and who shouldn't play. But whoever McKenna picks to cross that white line at 3 p.m. tomorrow, just get behind them, And hopefully Muric will have a good game. So I think he remains in goal. Right back is it's a bit of an area. I'm not sure what they'll do tomorrow. Ben Johnson, I'm not sure how much he's trained. I would expect, if he's fit and ready to play, I think he probably comes back in, because... But there's another one who I've seen a lot of negative comments online. He's played a handful of games. I mean, come on, give these players a bit of a chance. So if he's fit, and I think he's probably going to be, he would be my right back tomorrow, Ben Johnson. Centre backs, Cam Burgess will definitely play on the left-hand side. Dar O'Shea's been struggling with a back injury. He's been soldiering on. So... I think if O'Shea's fit, he plays with Burgess. I know a lot of people will say, Wolfenden should play, and I'm a massive Luke Wolfenden fan. But I think O'Shea plays alongside Burgess. Leif Davis naturally keeps his place at left back, and he's had a really good season, real good start to Premier League life. Centre of the pitch, you got Calvin Phillips will definitely start. Sammy Morsey, now, if he's fit, I think he plays. But how fit is he with a hamstring? It might be a case of maybe just sitting him on the bench for tomorrow and then having an extra week's training and then ready for Spurs. And then he's got 2 weeks off after that. So I'm going with Jens Kajust in the middle of the pitch. Wide areas, you could make a case for Jack Clark playing at Portman Road, because we're going to have to be on the front foot. But I think Smodics has scored a goal last week. Should have had another one. That's a weird one for me. And I mean, Muric makes an error in the last minute and everyone's absolutely battering him. Sammy Smodics misses a one-on-one, ultimately, that would have put us 3-0 up and probably out of sight. And no one really batters an eyelid. So that's just just when you're criticising players, maybe just take that into consideration. It's like, yeah, it was a terrible time in the game for Muric to do that mistake. He didn't do it on purpose, as Sammy Smodics didn't miss that chance on purpose, but that was as important at that stage of the game. So, yeah, that's just my opinion. But, yeah, Sammy stays on. It's Sammy, not Sam Smodics. I'm not having that. He's been called Sammy Smodics all his career, and now he's in the Premier League, we're calling him Sam. No, it's Sammy. Sammy Smodics on the left. Connor Chaplin, for me, deserves to keep his place in the 10, because I thought he was really, really good last Saturday. And like I said before, he knows that role better than anybody. Lovely assist. Be nice to see him get a goal. I think he'll keep his place and he'll be skipper. And then on the right-hand side, you've obviously now Chidozie Bonet's had surgery on his Achilles. Looks as though his season's done. So he's obviously going to have to prepare for next season, getting fit. So we wish him all the best in his recovery. It's a big blow for him personally, you know, wanting to come to a new club and excel. And he's not really had the opportunity. And then when he got in the team, and he was playing quite well last Saturday, and then he just has that injury. So he's obviously not going to be available. So it's probably a toss-up between Wes Burns and Amari Hutchinson. I think we're playing at home. Amari should play there. So that's who I'm going for. Wes off the bench. And then up front, obviously George Hurst started last week. But Liam Delap came on, scored a goal, nearly scored an absolute worldie off the post at the end. So for me, he starts. But it's good now. It's good competition now. George Hurst is fully fit. That he proved last Saturday for me. He was my man of the match. That he can definitely play in this league. So that's my 11. Score prediction tomorrow. Obviously, Town have been shipping goals for fun. I watched Leicester last Friday. 3 goals they conceded, all from mistakes. Wout Fass in the middle of defence. He's someone who looks like we can get at. I'd like to see Liam Delap get right close to him tomorrow and put him under pressure and hassle him, and harry him, and hopefully he could get a goal there. So they've got some good players, Leicester. Harry Winks in midfield, Ndidi in there, good players. Fatawu, like I said earlier, probably out. I like James Justin, who plays for them. He's one of the fullbacks. He probably played left back, because I think Pereira's been the last couple of games back in at right back. The goalkeeper is outstanding in my eyes, Hermansen. I think if he has a good season this season, he'll be moving to one of the top 6. Wouldn't surprise me if Maresca's still at Chelsea, if he comes sniffing around for him in the transfer window next summer. But yeah, got some good players, Leicester, but we shouldn't fear them tomorrow. We're at Portman Road. We're in front of our own fans. Get out there. Get on the front foot. I'm hoping Leicester come and possibly have a go. I do fear that they'll probably go and try and play a bit of a low block. I think when Town are at their best, when the games was a little bit of chaos, as you see in some of them games last season at Portman Road, when it's end to end, I think that's when we probably look that we can do some damage to teams. But I'm going to be positive tomorrow. I think Town are going to win. It's a must win for me. don't want to be leaving that ground at 10-5 with another defeat or a draw. I know people say, yeah, but you haven't lost. But no, we need to start sticking 3 points on the board, and then off to Spurs next Sunday, and then it's the international break. I've been on 3 podcasts. I've been busy. I think it's the Big Boys Leicester podcast. I was on that. Leicester TV. No, I wasn't on the Big Boys. They'd done a video for the channel. I was on Leicester Till I Die TV, The Final Whistle, and then I've just done, rushed home from work, Blue Tinted Glasses. That's not out yet, but that will be, he'll be uploading that and tagging me on Twitter. So if you want to go and have a look at my beautiful face, ranting and talking about town, probably saying the same things on all 3 podcasts, if I'm honest. I did stick to the same score on all of them. I said 3-2 town. So I wasn't going to go on 3 and give a different score on every single one. Could have hedged my bets there, couldn't I? But no, go and check them out. They're on YouTube. Yeah, they're all good lads. Yeah, obviously, get yourself down to Portman Road tomorrow. Back to town. Check out the Trevor Wymart video. Check out the Tom Tomlin video. Let's win for them tomorrow. Let's get them 3 points on the board. And let's get out that bottom 3. Obviously, it's Southampton, Everton, and then Wolves Palace tomorrow. So there's some games there down the bottom. The table could look a little bit different. I think the Palace game's at 5:30. So yeah, let's get that victory and bring Leicester a bit closer to us. The more teams down here, the better for town. You know, we want it to be a 5-6, possibly if you could drag another team in. As many teams as possible, and then you don't know. But remain positive. We've got to remain positive. Get behind the boys. Also, there's a great interview before I go out on Town TV. You don't have to be a subscriber to watch it, because I don't subscribe to Town TV. With Kieran McKenna and Mark Ashton, they're talking about the transfer window. VAR gets a mention in there, training ground, what's going on there. But it's about 30 minutes, hosted by Matt Holland, brilliant host. Yeah, it's really worth watching and really interesting. And I could listen to Kieran McKenna talk all night. So anyway, I'm going to listen to him talk next Thursday, because I'm going to the Ipswich Town Foundation dinner in the Bobby Robson suite. So he will be there. Try and get a little picture with him, have a chat with Kieran, and yeah, enjoy the game tomorrow. Win, lose or draw, keep the faith. It's a long season. It's not over if we don't win tomorrow, but it's a big but. We need to win. It's a must-win game in my book. If you don't agree with me and it's not a must-win, win is a must-win game. Anyway, all the best, and I will see you Sunday morning. I'm looking at the weather. Getting a bit colder out there. Sunday morning's going to have to get the hat out. Might have to get the gloves out. But the Sunday stroll will be back this Sunday. Not sure what time. Depends when I get up. I'll probably be up early. I'll probably get out early. Get some fresh air into my lungs. And yeah, talk about tomorrow's game. And hopefully it's a positive result for town. And it's the first 3 points on the board. Anyway, thanks for watching and see you on the next time.